So this is a very big operation here, man. Everything we do it on this phone.
All right.
Okay? Everything I do it on the phone. And it's like, I kind of have to know you for you to be on my show.
Yeah.
And so, I kind of know you.
Yeah.
So thank you very much, man.
For sure.
The Motown Phenom, Kevin Lee, on Hanging with LAVS. I have fighters on my show because we're in Las Vegas, and this is the mecca of fighting.
Yes, sir.
And we happen to be in the UFC PI right now, which is the Performance Institute. This is one of the most beautiful places I've ever been.
Yeah, they did a good job with it. You know, they set it up. They got some money behind this motherfucker.
Yeah, they do have some money, and so I think they're doing okay.
Yeah, it's they opened it up right before my fight with Mike Chiesa.
Which was amazing, by the way.
Oh, thank you. So, you know, I did my last little bit of training camp there. I've been doing most of this training camp here. I mean, it's a one-stop shop. How can you know, it's like Candyland for fighters. So, you know, I can't complain.
So you're from Detroit.
Mm-hmm. Yep, originally.
So
born and raised.
Born and raised in Detroit, and then you moved to Vegas when?
I've been here for 3 years. So I moved here after my first UFC fight. So before that, I was fighting professionally, going to school, and wrestling in college all at the same time. And I really didn't have nobody to train me. I kind of was just doing my own thing. You know, I would go to wrestling practice, then I go and like hit the bag, hit mitts a little bit, and then I go out and fight. But then after my first UFC fight against Ally Akenta, I knew I had to make some changes. And look, it ain't no better place than Vegas. So
here you are.
I'm glad that I made the trip. That's for sure.
And now we're fighting for the title.
Yes, sir. In a couple weeks here. So
my man.
Look. I said it years ago that I'm gonna be a world champ at 25. I just turned 25.
Yep.
So maybe less than a month.
Happy birthday, by the way. When's your birthday?
September 4th.
September 4th.
And on October 7th, I'll be a world champion.
Yes, you will.
Thank you.
Yes, you will.
Yes,
There's
sir.
no doubt about it.
Yeah.
So, have you always been tough?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Like growing up, like
yeah.
say you're a kid, like the third grader, Kevin Lee, was he a tough kid?
Yeah. I mean, I've always been different. I'll say that. You know, like I always just kind of noticed. I kind of made up my mind maybe about 11, 12 years old. You know, where I grow up, like it was only like one or two ways out. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you either had to sell dope, you had to rap, you had to do. And I just always knew I just wanted to be different. I was always tough. I was always a little bit more athletic than kids too. But I didn't really expect myself to be an athlete. I didn't find out that fighting was for me until I was about 16, 17 years old.
Is that right?
When I got into it, I got into wrestling. So
is that right? So that's 10 years ago. You were like, okay,
yeah, just about
9 or 10 years ago. You were like, I think this could be something. And
Yeah.
that was UFC was already taken off, so it was maybe not as quite as huge as it is now. But you aspired to be a UFC fighter at that age, you think?
So the first fight I saw was George St. Pierre versus BJ Penn.
Okay.
And I had seen some boxing before, you know, and you know, Floyd Mayweather was always huge back home, and you know, we would watch the
Vegas
boxing.
boy? I mean, Detroit and Vegas boy.
Yeah. You know, he was from Grand Rapids, so you know, he wasn't too far. You know, we still considered him Detroit.
Right.
But when I saw that fight, BJ Penn versus George St. Pierre, I was 14 at the time, and I just, for some reason, I just knew. I was like, yeah, that's what I want to do. But there was no MMA gym or no and plus we didn't have a lot of money, so I just went out for the wrestling team. It was already there at school.
Beautiful.
I thought honestly that it was gonna be like WWE style. I was gonna pick motherfuckers up over my head, and like, you know, I was ready for that. Like I'm like, yeah, give it to me. So,
Right.
But I went out for the wrestling team at 16. I had a natural talent for it. It got me through to college, and then I started fighting.
Man, and you know what? Out of the lightweight division, I look at the lightweight division and I'm like, okay, cool. Then you got Connor in there who's doing it. He was doing it, and now he's moving up. I don't know what he's doing, but you have the most flavor. And I said it years ago when I met you first. And Kyle Griffin's a friend of ours, and we went and saw you at the Roy Jones place when you guys were fighting. And I was like, that's the dude. That's the future right there. That's the dude.
Thank you.
And sure enough, here we are, and you're getting ready to fight for the title. And I was like, man, I gotta hurry up and get an interview with this guy, because after this one, See you later, Kevin. Thanks for playing, bro. Thanks for playing.
Yeah, I mean, there's that. But it ain't gonna change me. Like
No.
to me, like I feel like people are gonna be more surprised when I win the title. But to me, it's not really gonna be a surprise. Like I kind of already see myself. I saw myself years ago doing it. So
Yeah.
and I still do. Like you said, I'm training with Kyle. And Kyle and Honey Badger are just now that I'm rolling with. I mean, them are two of the highest level grapplers that you can find in the world.
Yeah.
Yesterday I was working with I worked over at One Kick Nick's gym with some of the highest level Muay Thai guys. I go over to Mayweather's. I work with some of the highest level boxers. So I kind of keep myself surrounded by these guys that are already been world champions or are already at that level to be world champions. So to me, it's not gonna be really much of a surprise. You know what I mean? Like it's just yeah, I might get my I'm gonna get my ass handed to me, by these guys that's what they do. But as in terms of MMA, I want to take it to the next level and really show that blend of all the of an entire game, of an entire mixed martial arts game.
Yeah, I love it, man. I love it. So what's your plans for the future?
So I mean, we just gonna keep whooping ass. We gonna take a name. So
gonna smash fools, man.
After this one, I'll have the real lightweight championship.
Yes.
They can say Conor got the title, but he's only got one fight in the division against Eddie.
Right.
So, this is for the real lightweight championship. I think nobody wants to fight Tony Ferguson. Tony Ferguson's definitely the toughest fight.
Yeah, he's a tough guy.
So after this one, I say
he ain't Kevin Lee tough, but he's tough.
Yeah. I'm gonna put it. I feel like I've got more skill.
Yeah.
And I'm just smarter than a man.
Right.
So it's at a certain point. It's only so much damage that the body can take. It don't matter how mentally tough he is.
No.
Physically, he ain't gonna be able to hold a candle.
And
So
the intelligence level that I saw, the training that's going on here, and the intelligence level, the thought process, the training, who you're training with, it's a different level.
It's a different level. He gonna see it.
It's a different level.
He gonna see it. October 7th, baby. He gonna see it. And then after this one, we'll see. It's kind of wide open right now. The division's wide open, especially with Conor just going out, doing his thing. We gonna see where it play out. But I feel like if Conor feel like he the real, a real fighter, a real champion, he gonna come back. He gonna take on a hungry lion instead of fighting these dudes that's 40 years old and coming off of retirement and still walking the motherfucker down. So we'll see after this.
All right, Conor. So there you go. Get at your boy.
Holla at your boy. We gonna make it happen.
Let's do this.
Who knows? Maybe after this one, I take out Khabib too. I'm
Why
doing
not?
this. Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
If we're just smashing the division, why don't
not?
we just go Conor, Khabib, and Diaz?
Yeah, I mean Diaz
that's
too.
three good money fights right in a row.
We'll see. I think maybe Conor might want to come back and do a tune-up match or whatever you want to do. Like go out, make your money, playboy, do your thing, but just know you get a real champion when you come back and you really want some real work.
Woo. Thank you, sir. I really appreciate it, man.
As
Thank
always,
you for your time,
brother.
man.
As always.
Good dude right there, Kevin Lee.
We'll be right back.